This is Chapter 4, Lesson 11, and it's called Multiply Across Zeros. We are on page 261, and we are going to do example number 1. Yvonne's braces cost $108 each month. How much will Yvonne's parents pay in 6 months? Okay, so if we know that they cost $108 a month, we need to know how much it is in 6 months. That means we need to do 6 times $108. Before we do that, let's just estimate so that we can get an approximate answer or an estimated answer. So that way when we solve, we know that we're close and we know that we didn't make some huge mistake. So 108, if I rounded to the nearest hundred, it would be 100. Okay, 6 times 100 is 600. So now that when I'm going to do my problem, I'm going to make sure that my answer is somewhere close to $600. I know that if I get an answer that says it's going to cost them $6,000 or $60, I'll know that that is absolutely not right. It really should be somewhere around $600. So what they have done right here for us is they have made an area model where they decomposed 108 into $100 plus $8. Because in the hundreds place there's a 1, so that's 100. In the tens place there's just a 0. So there's really nothing we can draw for 0 because 0 is nothing. And then in the ones place is 8, so that's just an 8 like this. And then on this side we have a 6 because we're multiplying 108 by 6. All right, so right here they show us that we need to do 6 times 100. That's this yellow rectangle, and then this green rectangle is 6 times $8 because that's the other part of 108. Okay, we could solve this and add them together to find the total area of that rectangle, which will tell us the total amount of dollars. We could also write it over here on the right side. They did the distributive property, which is the same thing. It's just written out a different way. So that's when we have these parentheses like this. And we have, so they'll take the 6 times the 100, but they'll break apart the 100. They'll decompose it into 108. Nothing in the tens place, so we don't need to do anything for that. And then we can do each of these multiplications, put their answers in these boxes right here, and then add them together. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay, so first 6 times 100. Well, that's easy, 600. And then this one is 6 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48. Now all I have to do is add the two together. Okay, I got two partial products, and when I add them together, 600 plus 48, I'll get 648. Okay, if I didn't know that, I could have written it up here. 600 plus 48, I could have gone like this. 0 plus 8 is 8, 0 plus 4 is 4, 6 plus nothing is 6, 648. Either way, you get 648, which is correct. And then what we would do is check for reasonableness. The answer, $648 is close to the estimate, $600, so that makes our answer reasonable. Okay, now over here, we're going to show the same problem, but using partial products. So we're going to get the same answer, so just watch how we solve it. We're going to start with the ones place, 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48, so I put that right here. Remember, this is the long way, the partial products way. This is not the shortcut that we have learned. We can do that next. But right now we're doing it the long way, just so that we can see what's happening. The next part is the tens place, 0 times 6. 0 times 6 is 0, so I just put 0 under there. And then last I'm going to do the 1 times the 6, that's the hundreds place. 1 times 6, 100 times 6 is 600. Is he wet?
Yes, he is. He's
Rex, please. I'm recording a math video. They're gonna get a hoot out of it. Rex, oh, he's shaking all over. Okay, Katie, it's okay. Close the door. Thanks. 100 times 6 is 600. So I wrote that on the bottom right here. And now all I have to do is add these up. 8 plus 0 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus nothing plus 0 is 4. And 6 plus nothing is 6. So any of those three ways that I just showed you, we're going to get $648. Okay? Anyway, $648.
You can go to the front or I'll see them.
Katie, just close the door. You can't come in.
I know, but can you do your math video in the summer?
Katie, I'm in the middle of recording it.
Hi. Okay, come on. I'll try to get it down there.
Oh my goodness gracious. 108 times 6. I'm going to do it one last way to make sure that we're really good. This is just the simple way, and I think it's the way most of you prefer because it's quick. But of course, we have to know the other ways because we have to understand why this works. But this is the simple way. We'll do 8 times 6 is 48. Put the 4 up here and the 8 down here. And then I'll do 0 times 6 is 0, plus 4 is 4. And then I'll do 1 times 6 is 6. And so the fourth way of solving it, I still get 648. So I know that this is absolutely the answer, 648. Alrighty, let's do another example. Example 2. If 3 trees are each 2,025 years old, what is the total age of the trees? Okay, so we have 3 trees and they're each 2,025 years old, so that means we're doing 3 groups of 2,025. So this time we're just going to solve it using the standard algorithm. First step being multiply the ones, so that's right here. 5 times 3 is 15. The 1 goes here and the 5 goes here. Okay, step 2, multiply the tens. That's the 2 times the 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. And then we have this 1 up here that we have to add. So 6 tens plus 1 10 is 7 tens. Okay, so far I have 75. The next part that we have to do, let me just write that in real quick. Okay, the next part that we have to do, step 3, is multiply the hundreds. That's this right here, 0 times 3. 0 times 3 is just 0. So I can just write a 0 in the hundreds place. And then the last step is to multiply the thousands, which is this place right here, times the 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. So there are 6,075. If you add up all the age of the 3 trees, you would get 6,075 years. So the total age, 6,075 years. Okay. If we wanted to check for reasonableness, we would round 2,025 to 2,000 and then multiply by 3. Each tree is about 2,000 years old, and there's 3 of them, so our answer should be, of course, when we solve big numbers with lots of zeros, we can do the 2 times the 3 is 6, and then count how many zeros to add. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we get 6,000. So our answer is close to the estimate. The estimate was 6,000. So we know that our answer is correct.